Hi everyone, and welcome back to Litigation Corner. I am your host and the Director of Litigation at Community Legal Services, John Martino, and I'm coming to you today with something a little different. A quick guide that we hope can save you some serious headaches this hurricane season. Here in Florida, flooding is a reality we prepare for year after year, especially as hurricane season ramps up. Many of us here at Community Legal Services have lived through the stress and heartbreak that can follow a bad storm. And when you're already facing the loss of property or damage to your home, the last thing you should have to deal with is the legal red tape that often comes afterward. That's why we put together this short, friendly guide to some of the most important legal tips about flooding and insurance that every Floridian should know. Here's the truth most people only discover after a disaster. Homeowners and renters' policies almost never cover flood damage. If water rises from the ground, whether it's from storm surge, heavy rain, or overflowing canals, it's considered a flood. And that damage is excluded unless you have a separate flood policy. Don't wait until after the storm to learn that lesson. Even if you're miles from the beach, Florida's low elevation and heavy rains mean flooding can strike unexpectedly. Streets, parking lots, and drainage systems can overwhelm in minutes. We've seen clients in so-called low-risk zones lose everything in a single afternoon downpour. If it rains hard enough, any area can flood. Flood zones aren't just coastal. Ponds, creeks, and rivers make all of us flood zone residents. It doesn't take a catastrophic storm to cause catastrophic bills. Just 1 inch of water in your home can mean over $25,000 in damage. Flooring, furniture, appliances, and personal keepsakes, they can all be ruined. Flood insurance is often far more affordable than you think, and it can be the difference between rebuilding your life and starting over with nothing. So let's clear up one of the biggest misunderstandings out there. There is a major difference between renter's insurance and flood insurance. Renter's insurance covers your personal belongings against things like fire, theft, and maybe a burst pipe inside your unit. But renter's insurance does not cover flooding from rising water outside. For that, you need a separate flood insurance policy, which you can usually buy through the National Flood Insurance Program or a private insurer. It's not just for homeowners. Renters can and should get it too, especially here in Florida. The last thing we want for any of you is that dreaded feeling of thinking you were protected, only to find out when it's too late that your coverage doesn't actually help when hurricane season hits the hardest. Listen, we know how stressful hurricane season can be. We've seen firsthand how devastating flooding is, physically, emotionally, and yes, legally. But a little preparation can save you so much pain later. Check your policies. Look into flood insurance, even if you don't think you need it. And if you ever find yourself facing legal issues after a storm, Community Legal Services is here for you. Thank you for joining us for this quick guide. We hope it gives some of you peace of mind heading into this hurricane season. Stay safe, Florida.